Avoid these 6 conversations with family members after 65. It's for your own peace. When you turn 65, life takes on a new perspective. Retirement often becomes the central focus, health considerations come to the forefront, and relationships with family members shift. While this stage of life can bring greater wisdom and clarity, it also requires a delicate balance in navigating family dynamics. There are 6 types of conversations you should avoid having with family members after this age, and understanding why can save you unnecessary stress and help maintain your peace of mind. By steering clear of these discussions, you can protect your mental health, nurture positive relationships, and focus on the things that truly matter. One of the first conversations to avoid is debating or criticizing younger generations' lifestyle choices. It is natural to want the best for your children and grandchildren, but unsolicited advice often feels more like criticism than care. Studies show that generational gaps in values and priorities can lead to tension. For instance, a survey conducted by Pew Research Center revealed that millennials and baby boomers frequently differ in their views on work-life balance, financial priorities, and social norms. Millennials often prioritize experiences over material possessions, valuing flexibility in work arrangements and placing greater emphasis on mental health. In contrast, baby boomers may adhere to more traditional values, emphasizing job stability, home ownership, and long-term financial security. These differences are not inherently negative, but when one generation questions the decisions of another, it can create misunderstandings and distance. Engaging in debates about these topics rarely changes minds and often fosters a sense of defensiveness. Younger family members may perceive unsolicited advice as a lack of trust in their ability to navigate their own lives. This perception can lead to strained relationships, making open communication more challenging over time. Instead of questioning why younger family members make certain decisions, focusing on listening and understanding fosters mutual respect and stronger bonds. Listening attentively without immediately offering opinions demonstrates that you value their perspective, even if it differs from your own. For example, if a grandchild decides to pursue a career in the arts rather than a more traditional or stable field, expressing skepticism about their choice may make them feel unsupported. However, showing interest by asking thoughtful questions about their goals and aspirations can open the door to meaningful conversations. Acknowledging their passion and determination not only validates their choices, but also strengthens your relationship. Similarly, if a younger family member embraces modern parenting techniques or alternative lifestyles, avoiding judgment and instead seeking to understand their reasoning can lead to greater harmony. Another factor to consider is that generational differences are often influenced by the societal and economic conditions in which each generation grows up. Millennials and Generation Z, for instance, have come of age during periods of rapid technological advancement and economic uncertainty. These experiences shape their values and priorities in ways that may not align with those of older generations. Recognizing these contextual factors can help you approach conversations with empathy and an open mind. According to a study published in the Journal of Intergenerational Relationships, families that emphasize understanding and adaptability are better equipped to navigate these generational divides. Rather than attempting to impose your values or experiences onto younger family members, focusing on shared interests and common goals can help bridge the gap. Whether it is bonding over family traditions, shared hobbies, or mutual aspirations, finding areas of connection can reinforce the sense of unity within the family. In this way, avoiding debates about lifestyle choices is not about avoiding meaningful conversations altogether. It is about creating an environment where all family members feel respected, supported, and understood. Another conversation that can lead to conflict involves discussing inheritance plans in a casual or speculative manner. Money can be a sensitive subject in any family, and discussing it without a concrete plan can cause misunderstandings or even resentment. Research published in the Journal of Family Psychology indicates that unclear inheritance expectations can lead to disputes among siblings and other family members. Families often have varying expectations about what they might inherit, and speculative conversations can unintentionally create tension or competition. For instance, one family member may misinterpret a casual comment as a promise, while another might feel excluded if they are not part of the discussion. These misunderstandings can sow discord that persists long after the conversation ends. If you feel the need to address your estate plans, it is better to do so formally with all parties present and under the guidance of a legal or financial professional. This approach minimizes confusion and ensures that your intentions are clearly communicated, reducing the likelihood of future disputes. Legal and financial advisors can help structure these conversations in a way that prioritizes clarity and fairness. For example, they can provide documents that outline the distribution of assets, explain the reasoning behind specific decisions, and ensure that all legal requirements are met. These professionals also act as neutral third parties, which can help diffuse potential conflicts by removing the emotional undertones that often accompany discussions about money. Additionally, addressing inheritance plans in a structured setting allows everyone involved to ask questions and seek clarification in real time. This transparency helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that all family members feel heard. For instance, if one child is designated as the executor of the estate, explaining this choice in a formal setting can help other siblings understand the reasoning behind it. Similarly, if certain assets are intended for specific purposes, such as funding a grandchild's education or supporting a charitable cause, clearly communicating these intentions reduces the chances of misinterpretation. It is also important to consider the emotional impact of these discussions. Money and inheritance are often tied to deeper feelings about fairness, love, and familial relationships. Casual conversations about inheritance can unintentionally trigger these emotions, leading to hurt feelings or strained relationships. By approaching the topic with care and professionalism, you can create an environment where these emotions are acknowledged and addressed in a constructive manner. Furthermore, formal discussions about inheritance provide an opportunity to address any potential concerns or conflicts before they escalate. For example, if there are significant disparities in how assets will be distributed, explaining the reasoning behind these decisions can help family members understand and accept them. A study published in the Journal of Financial Planning found that families who engage in open and transparent conversations about inheritance are more likely to maintain strong relationships and avoid conflicts after the estate is settled. Taking the time to plan and communicate your intentions not only ensures that your wishes are honored, but also fosters a sense of unity and understanding among your loved ones. The third conversation to avoid is rehashing old family conflicts or grievances. After 65, revisiting past arguments serves little purpose other than to reopen wounds and bring unnecessary stress. Over the years, many family members find themselves holding on to past disputes, whether they're misunderstandings, disagreements, or unresolved issues from years ago. These unresolved conflicts can create tension in relationships, making it difficult to move forward. Studies on conflict resolution suggest that one of the main reasons unresolved disputes linger is because individuals often struggle to let go of their need to be right. This desire to be validated or to prove one's point can prevent people from finding peace and moving beyond the issue. Holding on to grievances like this doesn't just affect the immediate conversation, but can impact mental health in a way that is particularly harmful as we get older. As we age, our emotional resilience and capacity to cope with stress can change. The emotional weight of carrying old grudges can be significantly more draining in later years. A 2019 study published in the journal Aging and Mental Health found that seniors who practiced forgiveness experienced lower levels of stress and depression. Forgiving someone doesn't necessarily mean forgetting or excusing their behavior. It simply means choosing to release the emotional grip that the grievance has over your life. This act of letting go is linked to improved mental health and well-being. The study showed that older adults who were able to forgive others reported feeling less anxious and depressed. These findings suggest that practicing forgiveness not only helps improve relationships but also provides a substantial mental health benefit. For someone over the age of 65, choosing to forgive and move forward can bring a sense of relief, while continuing to dwell on old issues can perpetuate negative emotions, stress, and even feelings of isolation. Moreover, holding on to past family disputes can create a barrier between you and your loved ones. Each time you revisit old arguments, it can prevent the healing process and reinforce the negative emotions associated with the issue. Instead of finding ways to rebuild trust or connection, you remain stuck in the past, unable to move forward with those family members. These patterns can be particularly damaging when you're at a stage in life where you're focusing on relationships that bring you joy and peace. Dwelling on negative moments can also prevent you from fully appreciating the positive interactions and shared experiences that you could be having in the present. This is why, after turning 65, it's so important to redirect your focus toward fostering healthier, more supportive relationships with your family. Instead of revisiting old wounds, seek out opportunities for new, positive memories and conversations. Of course, it's natural to have disagreements and tensions in any family. However, after 65, it's essential to recognize the emotional toll that prolonged conflict can take. If a conversation starts to bring up old family grievances, it's okay to gently steer the discussion in a different direction. You don't have to dive into every past conflict, especially if it doesn't serve your well-being anymore. Instead of holding on to past wrongs, focus on creating a space where forgiveness and understanding can thrive. You deserve the emotional freedom that comes with letting go of old conflicts. By doing so, you open yourself up to healthier, more fulfilling connections with your family, ultimately fostering a more peaceful and enjoyable life in your later years. Talking about your declining health in excessive detail is another conversation that should be approached cautiously. It is important to keep loved ones informed about significant health concerns, but overloading them with constant updates can lead to unnecessary worry and stress. While your health is undoubtedly a crucial part of your life, continuously discussing it in great detail can shift the focus of your interactions from more positive, engaging topics to an ongoing medical narrative. This shift can make relationships feel more burdensome, as loved ones may begin to feel like the only connection they have with you is through your health issues. Research shows that when older adults excessively discuss their health problems, it can contribute to a phenomenon known as caregiver fatigue. Caregiver fatigue occurs when family members, often those closest to the senior, feel emotionally and physically drained from the constant attention required by medical concerns. A study by the Family Caregiver Alliance found that nearly 60% of caregivers experience high levels of emotional stress, which can stem from feeling overwhelmed by the constant focus on a loved one's declining health. This burden can lead to burnout, affecting the well-being of both the caregiver and the person receiving care. The constant conversation about medical problems can cause loved ones to feel more like caregivers than family members, which can create distance in the relationship. It's also important to recognize that conversations about health can be a trigger for anxiety, especially for those who may already be experiencing their own health challenges. When older adults dwell on their declining health, it can make family members feel helpless, worried, or even anxious about the future. Although it's essential to update your loved ones on significant changes, it's equally important to balance these discussions with more positive and engaging topics. Focusing on aspects of life that bring joy, laughter, and shared memories can help maintain a sense of normalcy in your relationships. It's crucial to remember that while health concerns are a part of life, they do not have to define your interactions with family members. Avoiding debates about political or religious differences is also crucial. These conversations can quickly become heated and lead to unnecessary friction within the family. Political and religious beliefs are deeply personal, and when family members hold opposing views, discussing them can easily escalate into arguments that damage relationships. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, 75% of Americans report that political discussions increase their stress levels. For seniors, engaging in these debates can be especially draining. As people age, they often become more set in their ways, and entrenched beliefs on all sides make meaningful compromise unlikely. Arguing about politics or religion can lead to feelings of frustration, resentment, and even alienation. Additionally, seniors may find these debates to be particularly exhausting, as they can heighten emotional stress and strain cognitive energy. These kinds of conversations can contribute to a rise in anxiety and feelings of being misunderstood. Instead of engaging in debates that only lead to conflict, it is better to focus on shared values and interests. Research has shown that when families emphasize common ground, such as shared hobbies or mutual goals, they can create a more harmonious and supportive environment. One effective way to bridge divides is through activities that foster unity, such as volunteering together. Volunteering provides a unique opportunity for family members to come together for a common cause, transcending individual differences. By focusing on helping others, family members can work as a team, strengthening their relationships through shared goals. When families volunteer together, they often experience a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment that reinforces their emotional connection. Research has shown that participating in altruistic activities can improve mental health, reduce stress, and promote a sense of purpose. This can be especially beneficial for seniors, as it provides an avenue to stay engaged and active while contributing positively to the community. Whether it's helping out at a local food bank, participating in environmental cleanups, or assisting at animal shelters, volunteering can unite family members around something larger than themselves, creating a sense of collective achievement and joy. Additionally, volunteering together can help shift the focus away from divisive topics like politics or religion, which often lead to tension. When family members share in the satisfaction of doing good work for others, the sense of togetherness becomes more powerful than the differences that might otherwise separate them. Working toward a common cause helps family members see one another in a more positive light, fostering a cooperative atmosphere and encouraging empathy. This shared experience creates a foundation for open communication and trust, which are essential for maintaining healthy family relationships. Alternatively, discussing uplifting topics such as personal achievements, family milestones, or positive memories can provide a more constructive and enjoyable direction for conversations. Reflecting on past successes, happy occasions, or fond memories allows family members to connect emotionally without getting bogged down by contentious issues. For instance, reminiscing about a family vacation, celebrating the accomplishments of younger generations, or discussing personal goals and dreams can create an atmosphere of positivity. These types of conversations help to celebrate the joys of life, reinforcing the emotional bonds within the family. Talking about personal achievements, whether it's a graduation, a promotion, or a personal milestone, gives family members a chance to share in each other's happiness, creating moments of mutual pride and support. Incorporating these kinds of uplifting discussions into family interactions can also help prevent the emotional drain that comes from constant focus on divisive or stressful topics. Rather than feeling overwhelmed by the pressure of contentious debates, family members can enjoy each other's company while celebrating life's brighter moments. These conversations not only avoid the divisiveness of political and religious debates, but also provide an opportunity for family members to strengthen their connections by focusing on shared joy. Focusing on positive topics helps to preserve the warmth of family relationships, especially in the later stages of life when it becomes increasingly important to maintain peace and joy. As we age, the need for harmony and emotional support becomes even more critical, and by fostering a space for positive conversations, families can cultivate an environment of love and mutual respect. When the focus shifts from conflict to celebration, it's easier to nurture a sense of unity and belonging, which is essential for a fulfilling family life. Finally, one of the most emotionally taxing conversations to avoid is expressing disappointment about how often family members visit or stay in touch. While it is natural to want more connection with loved ones, expressing dissatisfaction can sometimes lead to feelings of guilt or resentment on both sides. Data from the National Institute on Aging shows that as people grow older, they often place higher importance on family connections. However, younger generations may struggle to balance work, parenting, and other responsibilities, making frequent visits challenging. Instead of focusing on the quantity of interactions, prioritizing the quality of time spent together can make these moments more meaningful. Expressing gratitude for the efforts your family does make can also encourage them to maintain and even strengthen their connection with you. By avoiding these 6 types of conversations, you can create a more peaceful and fulfilling family dynamic. Each of these topics has the potential to introduce unnecessary stress or conflict into your relationships, but choosing to steer clear of them allows you to focus on the positives. Whether it is appreciating the unique qualities of younger generations, addressing sensitive topics like inheritance with care, or letting go of past grievances, these strategies enable you to maintain harmony. Protecting your peace after 65 is not just about avoiding conflict. It is about creating a life filled with meaningful connections, personal growth, and joy.